It's officially sock season, aka Bomba season, the cushiest, most pillowy socks that also double as the best holiday gift. I'm telling you, people don't want to buy socks for themselves, or if they do, they're probably gonna, get some little cheap things. Bombas is like giving someone the most luxurious thing they can put on their foot. It hugs my arches, like the little support system I need. Plus, everyone needs socks. You're always losing them. So even for the pickiest friend, they are going to appreciate opening up Bombas. Plus, they've got a very cozy lineup, so maybe get some for yourself, like marshmallow soft slippers, plush merino tees, and even breathable undies. Not to mention a cushy way to give back, because as always, every item purchased is an item donated to someone facing homelessness. So feel good and also feel good, right? Head over to bombas.com/TMGW and use code TMGW for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/TMGW with code TMGW at checkout.
This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well then, cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Hello, and welcome to what is crazy to say, but our last episode of This Might Get Weird in 2024.
Yes, we are taking the next 2 weeks off because it is both Christmas and New Year's.
It's crazy how that happens every year.
I can't believe it. Honestly, I mean, this is, I'm sure, everyone's feeling this. How did we get here already? December, the end of the year. I feel like this year started off very slow, and then suddenly it fast forwarded for a while, and then all of a sudden we're in December.
I feel like I was like, where did the year go? But then when I go back and look at my camera roll or my Instagram, I realize I did a lot.
Yeah, I know. Like I did a lot, but also was I there for that stuff? Because I look back and I see the proof, but the actual brain memories are hard to remember off the top of my head.
I will say 2024, big for dissociating.
Well,
very big.
I don't know if we even talked about it, but like Oxford's 2024 word of the year, brain rot.
Oh, we talked about that.
Yeah. See? Brain rot. The effects abound.
Yeah, but I would say dissociating is definitely a close runner up for fave insular activity of the year.
Yeah, this is my, we used to say like my neutral resting face. Or like my natural resting face. That this is like my natural resting emotion.
Is dissociating.
Because there's so much going on all the time. Like even as we are recording this episode, I opened my laptop to a live press conference about Luigi. It's just like, there's endless stuff happening.
Be honest. Do you have him on Google Alerts?
I don't have anything on Google.
I don't even know how to do it.
I think I maybe have my name.
Really?
And that's it, but from years ago. And I couldn't tell you how I set that up.
Wait, but then, with a Google Alert.
Yeah.
Do you, what? Like
you should have that set up for your name.
Well, now it makes sense because we're not popping up on the Googs as much.
Yeah.
But like, does Google Alert kind of filter what's important or not?
No.
It just lets you know every time someone talks about you online?
No, it's not every time either. It's like I'll occasionally get random articles from that like say my name's in there, but they're from like these very, tiny, non-legitimate like blog sites that...
Name them.
Couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you.
Call them out. We need some drama.
No, I don't want to participate in call out culture.
Listen, I thought about this earlier today and I made a note of it because I get sometimes sucked into the algorithm of drama, online drama, and it'll be people that I don't even consume their content, but I'm just consuming the content about their drama.
Well, that's, that's all TikTok seems to be. It's just everyone putting their full business out there and fighting over it.
Well, that's what I said. And I was like, there are now very popular podcasts where their whole thing is just talking about other podcast drama.
It's commentary, criticism. It is like, this is, I was thinking about a lot because I'm working on this book about, like our experience through like YouTube in the early years.
That could have just been an exclusive.
What?
You about writing the book?
Oh no! I've said I've been writing this book. I've been trying to write it for years now at this point, but it's ramping up a little bit. And I just went down to Palm Springs by myself this weekend to try and get like some actual writing done on it. And I was looking back and realizing that like the arc of our kind of rise in new media sort of plateaued and then dipped right around the exact same time that commentary culture on YouTube started to pick up.
Oh, for sure.
And now that it's grown into this like fervor of criticism that everyone is consuming content critically versus just for pure entertainment.
Right. Yeah.
And so everyone is, commenting and criticizing and deeply analyzing everyone's moves online and information. And it is wild.
It is wild. I mean, back in the day, when the Fine brothers were doing the React series, which was only just like for pure entertainment, old people reacting to young stuff, aka us now and Granny Rants, young people reacting to older stuff, that kind of thing. Like it was so new to just hear random opinions on things that weren't from actual critics that the Fine brothers tried to trademark the word react.
Yeah,
and we did not react well.
No, they sent some strongly worded emails to creators asking that
they don't just react to things.
React to things.
It was crazy. But anyway,
time to be alive.
There's just this whole culture now of podcasts simply just talking about other podcasters and how that podcast is doing. And then they went on this other podcast to talk about that podcast that I just did. And it feels very Schenectady, New York. It feels crazy. So we need some drama, Grace. We got to cook. Is it a coincidence that we plateaued when that became popular?
No, I
start a fight.
No, I can't handle that shit. I will watch it safely from the sidelines in the Bravoverse and now on TikTok. I get like, I don't look at TikTok like when Elliot and I are, in the same house together. But this weekend when I went to Palm Springs by myself, every night I was just looking and I was like, wow, this is how it happens.
It's addictive, but also it might be illegal very soon. So I'm consuming as much as I can.
Should we get into it now? Should we start we got nothing to lose. So should we be like, we're going to post every day on TikTok?
Every day. No, well, you and I were talking because I might start a Substack for just cooking things. Just fully cooking recipes, stuff that we like wouldn't put on Patreon or I would bore the shit out of you here. That kind of things. And I was like, should I try to do things on TikTok or is it going to be gone? Is it going to be Vine?
I don't know. My actual note for this week's episode was to ask, how do people like Threads? Should we be using Threads? Because I opened it and I got a lot of followers over there.
Really?
But I have never threaded.
I've never even attempted to thread.
People, the small amount that I've heard about Threads is that it's very nice and safe, and it feels like the way Twitter kind of felt in the very beginning.
Well, that's what they also said about Blue Sky. There's too many things.
Someone got my name on Blue Sky.
Oh, I think I got in there and got mine. Yeah. Because a lot of y'all who listen were DMing and be like, get your name on Blue Sky.
Someone
get
got
your
my name
on Blue Sky.
I got some account. I don't know what it is, but haven't done that either. But now I was looking at Threads for half a second this morning and going, is that where I should pivot? Like, does it feel safer and less stressful?
Can I tell you this? Hate the name Threads because I immediately think of a needle.
Yeah, I think of the way that they take eyebrow hair out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you ever gotten that done?
No. I've done microblading, which is, arguably harder and hurtier.
It's hurtier. No, I got it done once, like a gajillion years ago in New York.
Yeah.
Hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I just don't even understand how their hands work that quickly and how they can literally take threads to rip a single hair.
Because I don't know, when you look at the tools that you're like, no, this piece of string will work better than these tweezers will.
I'm going to say my truth, ancient. Mm-hmm. It's an ancient
art form. Yep.
But if you really watch someone go to town on it, but how nice would it be if you were like out about and you were like, oh God, I just got a chin hair, a little piece of dental floss.
Yeah, and you could do that for yourself. Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's supposed to hurt less, I thought, was the whole thing.
Well, guess what? I've learned more and more and more that my threshold for pain is quite small.
Low. I think in general, women's threshold for pain is high.
That's true. Comparatively.
As a starting point.
I'm drinking a green juice.
Good for you.
Listen, here's the deal.
Immediately has to rationalize something that no one is fighting.
I'm not
around.
rationalizing it.
Okay.
I will never.
I thought the tone was defensive.
No,
Okay.
I will never back down from a green juice, a kale salad. Like there are a few very healthy things that I am pro. And when I leave LA for more than a week, I start to crave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By the way, I just went in and dropped off the 2 tiny stinkers, the dogs, to Chip because, they were going to be coming in and out of here like a saloon door.
Yeah.
You can't control them. And I dropped off Larry and Chip just goes, "Why does he smell like celery?" I was like, "Because I'm drinking a green juice and I kissed his little tiny head a lot." So there you go.
Cute.
But listen, what I'm trying to do is in our year-end wrap-up spirit, I'm trying to set some healthy little activities and not to set me up for next year as opposed to what I want to do, which is just go fuck it all, rot, disassociate, and just like literally do nothing for the rest of the year. So this green juice is a symbol of that lifestyle change.
What are your plans going into 2025 health or spirit wise?
Spirits. Well, let's talk about alcohol.
Yeah, because dry January, I think you maybe have mentioned dabbling or flirting with the idea.
Maybe I mentioned it. The thing is, I feel like I need to do it as a nice reset, as a nice help my pants fit a little bit.
Yeah.
This year was the year of disassociating and wearing spandex.
To
not notice.
Thank God, big baggy jeans have been in fashion. Thank you, Gen Z, for normalizing big pants.
Yeah, but big pants still have the same waistband.
Yeah.
It doesn't help me. I don't have like elephantitis of the ankles. I've just been getting a little soft. So I'm thinking of doing dry January. You have mentioned coming on board, although you don't drink as much as me,
really
so that wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. But I will say, just for myself, like I notice a huge difference when I am drinking more than I want to and when I'm not.
Yeah.
And I just like feel better.
I know.
And I just like, it's the momentum shift, right? It's like once you can get yourself into like, you're very Virgo. So like if you're hit a 2-week mark of not drinking, then I know you're going to be like, I'm going to go for the gold. I'm going to go like the whole.
If I can hit 3 days.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. There's always going to be a hump. So once you get over the hump, then it becomes like, here we go. But also it's like.
It's so boring.
It is in a way, but what do they say? If you're bored, you're boring.
No, but not true. Here's the thing is I have taken this time change real hard.
Yeah.
I am freaking bored.
It seems to get darker earlier than it ever has in my adult life. I'm at like 3:30 now being like, I guess it's time to make dinner.
That happened to me at 2 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. I was like, man, I'm getting to the gym pretty late. It's 2 p.m.
I know.
So anyway, I'm thinking about doing dry January. If that is the case, you better believe, y'all, buckle up. Because when I have idle hands, I go on a lot of adventures.
Yeah. A lot of plans get made.
I'll be doing
activities.
A lot of things.
You sign up for something, you forget about it after the trial period ends, then you're charged. Month after month after month, the subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, I just learned a fun fact. Who likes data? Yeah, 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones that you're not using anymore. And then, look, you're saving more money. I had apparently paid for a lot of video editing apps on my phone. But thanks to Rocket Money, I found out. And I am no longer paying for them. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can see all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For ones you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them. Their dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts, so you can easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track. Ooh, who doesn't love organization? See your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going. Get that information. You can also Use Rocket Money to negotiate lower bills for you. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service so you don't have to. What? That's incredible. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. So cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/TMGW today. That's rocketmoney.com/TMGW. Once again, rocketmoney.com/TMGW.
There are some things in life that, you know what, take the risk. It could be a total crapshoot, but big deal, like buying some impulse thing from the TikTok shop or going to a workout class that you might walk out of after 5 minutes because you know you're not going to last. But finding the right doctor should not be a crapshoot. And with ZocDoc, it's not, because you got more options than you know. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. And we're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye to skincare, and much more. You guys know I use this service because I am bad at making doctor's appointments far in advance. Well, here's the cool thing. Usually, these appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You could even do a same-day booking. Let's say you got a toothache. Don't worry. Go on ZocDoc, see who's available, who takes your insurance, and be somewhere quick and easy. I've used it for allergy test, OBGYN. When I had those crazy headaches, I went to whatever doctor does that. I'm telling you. For someone who avoids going to the doctor at all costs, ZocDoc has made a massive difference in my life. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/weird to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. Oh yeah, they have ratings. You know I look at ratings. I don't go to a restaurant before I've read 100 reviews. You think I'm not doing that with ZocDoc? That is ZocDoc.com/weird. ZocDoc.com/weird. Okay, speaking of adventures.
Yes.
And we will go back to the dry January of it all because I need the positive reinforcement. But so, okay, you know, status on Delta, etc. Or any airline, if you use that airline and you get status, and the higher up you go, the more like you get upgraded.
Yeah.
To first, etc. This year was tough because I was only silver on Delta, if you can believe it. So like Chip was getting upgrades. I was not, because he was higher than me, right? I hated it. Right now, I am posed to be Delta Gold next year. However, I'm only like a little over $1,000 short from being platinum. However, you have to do it all in the calendar year. So all's that to say, I need to spend like $1,000 on Delta and go on that trip and complete that trip by New Year's to be platinum next year. And I want to be platinum next year because I have a lot of bookstore things like that I want to get upgrades for. All this to say, I'm thinking of flying to Hawaii for one night by myself.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me unpack this for a second. Yeah. So this is quite a mission that you've been given. So you have to, by the end of this calendar year,
if I want to be platinum status instead of gold
next year. So like, if you weren't to do this, hypothetically, you would never be allowed to move up from your status next year?
You have to do it in the previous calendar year.
What?
I would be gold all next year.
Regardless of how much you travel?
No, because next year, those points go to the next year.
Oh, see, I've never really understood or thought through the way that those systems work.
But see, I feel like spending that money will be worth it if I get like 2 or 3 upgrades to first class next year, which I totally will. So anyway, I was looking online yesterday and I'd be like, okay, if I have to fly somewhere for one night, where should I go? Because also there's other places, there's cities I'd be like, I'll fly to Denver for one night and see, like Michael Buckley. But the airport is an hour away from the city. So I'm like, where could I go that's not too far that I could spend one fun night, come back, and it'd be a little adventure.
And it wouldn't exhaust you.
And it wouldn't exhaust me, and I wouldn't have to go through customs.
Well, Hawaii does make sense because they're, 1 or 2 hours behind us?
3.
3? So you already, are landing earlier
than
if you were flying to the East Coast.
Thank you.
So you do, because I was like, oh, what if you I mean, like, how many hours are you actually going to get to enjoy your night?
I'd get there at like a lunch.
Yeah.
I'd have the whole day, and I'd probably leave the next afternoon.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Honestly, I don't see a problem with it.
Thank you so much. And you know how I am. But also, I saw my friend Christy, who's my friend from back home who got us all the crazy backstage stuff at Bonnaroo. She's on an island right now. My friend Lindsay Ames, she's on a different island right now.
Okay.
So I've got options if I wanted to hang, or I just go and tell no one. And I take one little pic at like a luau and I come back.
I mean, yeah, no one would know once you've already said it on this podcast that this is a possibility.
People don't listen to this podcast. Just kidding.
You got to look for the signs and the symbols in your life. You know, you got to look around when you are a bit lost or confused. Pay attention to the little things that catch your attention. And if you're seeing women on islands, there's something there.
All I'm saying is I've got to spend some money so that I can get my little Delta Comfort to first class. I know this is the most like bougie thing of all time, but
I have to check my status, man.
Check your status. You could be $20 short.
Yeah.
Of moving up the ranks.
Dang.
Delta does not pay me for this.
I know. And we were just in our live stream on Patreon talking about how they're trying to limit people going into their lounges. I know. Now.
Well, so watch this space.
Watch this space
is what I'm saying. Is there might be a random reel popping up on Instagram. I was thinking of taking a poll.
Yeah.
To be like, where should I fly for one night?
Honestly,
is anyone getting married on Saturday? I'll come to your wedding.
That is, if you want the follow through of it, go for it. But also, if you want the anonymity, you know.
Anonymity. I got plenty of anonymity. If I had my Google alerts on, I'd get nothing.
But you should actually put a poll or like question
What's
out there.
What's a cool thing happening?
Because people will know more than you do about like places to go or things to see.
Well, it would also just need to be like in the actual town I land in. I thought about putting it up there and people would be like, come to this crazy little festival. And it's like, I'm not going to land, drive 3 hours. You know what I mean? So anyway, watch this space.
Wow. Well, it's a shame that we're taking 2 weeks off.
I know.
We
truly
won't be able to follow up on it.
I'll let you know on the Patreon.
Yeah, maybe you can update the patrons with some photos or something of the travels.
That's what I'm screaming.
And a reminder to everyone to check your statuses across the board on the things that you have points and stuff in.
Check your statuses. And if you identify as trans, make sure your ID stuff is all settled up before Trump takes office.
Oh,
that's just a little side PSA.
Oh, yeah. Where's the people are saying that you can like stock up on Plan B now?
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
That too. Anyway, just a little sidebar, serious just PSA.
Random things that come to mind to keep in mind as we enter 2025, which feels weird to say. 2025.
Have you bought anything for Christmas?
Yeah, because we're doing the whole East Coast jaunt.
Yeah, you're
seeing
good at
everyone.
that.
So, and we didn't get to do it last year. So we, I like buying presents when I feel like I have some good ideas. This year it's a little like last minute, but it's also this year I feel like everyone in my, various extensions of family has kind of been like, let's pare it down a little bit.
Real? Are you guys still doing the Pollyanna thing, the Secret Santa?
We do that with my cousins.
Okay.
Yeah. So those gifts got sent out already because we're doing Florida first this year and then Jersey versus we normally do Jersey, then Florida.
Okay.
So we're working our way south to north this year. But yeah, the gift stuff same for Elliot and I. We're like, we don't want stuff,
Okay. Yes. I talked about this with Chip.
Yeah.
I want a can't touch this Christmas.
Yeah. This was your idea. It's a great idea. Hear this out.
Can't touch this. I want some presents that I can't touch. Can't touch this. I have so much shit.
Yeah, same.
So much shit that if I was to sit here and go, what other shit do I need?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's just capitalism convincing me that things will make me happy.
Things. That said, Chip, if you're listening to this and you got me gifts, fabulous. But I just already have too much stuff. So when I was thinking about, and also I'm a last minute girly.
Yeah.
Like I haven't thought about gifts, it's.
That also, the last minuteness of it all really reduces the options you have on gifts.
That's what I'm saying. But if the gifts can be, here's a concert ticket. Here's a class. Here's an event we're going to. Here's a massage.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That isn't physical.
Yeah.
So my plan is this Christmas is I always do a cute little stocking.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of joy in a stocking.
Yeah, that's cute.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's always like the little things you mentioned, right? You know, like last year he was being like, you never see currant jelly here.
I thought you meant current as a temporal thing. Like
No. As a berry.
jelly.
As a berry. So I'll like, source little things I've heard him talk about.
Yeah.
Make a stocking, but then normally other gifts. So I'm thinking of just doing stockings.
Cute.
And then like, hey, like here's a scavenger hunt.
That's cute.
Go like here, find this. And then with that, he'll be like, oh, you got me a...
That's cute as shit.
Maybe. Don't listen to this part, Chip.
Eventize it a little bit. Yeah, Chip, turn this off.
Turn this off.
Yeah, I think that's really cute. Yeah, it'll be interesting to go back this year and give. Also, yeah, like I don't care as much about physical like things. The experiential stuff is much more interesting. And I've always just enjoyed giving gifts versus getting gifts because it's that like attention thing of being like, oh, now I have to. Like, I'm very aware of the way I'm reacting to this gift. And it feels like no matter how I react, it seems like it's turned on a bit or something.
I know. I'm terrible at it. But anyway, so that'll be fun. Hopefully travel. I mean, I'm traveling the day after Christmas too.
I know. That's
to
crazy.
a wedding. So Godspeed.
Godspeed.
So good thing it's not dry end of December.
No. I mean, there's just like there's too much going on right now. You know, I'm trying to check on the drones in Jersey.
Yeah, what's the latest?
It's all over the place, man. And it's so hard to gauge how seriously or not seriously to take it. Like this morning even, and by the time this episode goes up, there's going to be new information. This morning, they're like, everything's fine. Don't worry, guys. But then they're also having like a House Intelligence Committee classified meeting like right now about the drones. So everyone is like, what is going on? And
what's your theory?
My worry more than like what these drones are or like equal to what these drones are is like the psyche of New Jerseyans unraveling as they continue to get gaslit by, people in authority about what's going on. Like, the way that people will react to their anger and frustration is my concern of like, how are people, like I've seen videos of people like shooting them out of the skies and stuff and then warning like, please stop doing that, guys. But it's like people are angry and upset and they're not getting information. So it's
How
really
long
strange.
have these drones been droning?
Like a month.
Really?
Yeah, for like a month straight. And now it's just like, all of it's very strange. And the UAP like community itself has always had so many different energies in there and like a lot of people pushing for disclosure on things, but then a lot of people spreading a lot of misinformation. So it's really hard to find like people of like accountability, like that you can be like, that's a reliable source on this because it's all over the place.
What does your mom and Bill think?
I talked to them yesterday. Well,
let's talk to the New Jersey parents. What do they think?
Last week, my mom texted me and my two brothers and she goes, let me see if I can find the thread. She was like, hey, thread. She just goes, hey guys, have you heard of a online newsletter called The Balance Brief? Tim says, never heard of it. She goes, okay, then it's probably a fraud. I said, never heard of it. Elliot hasn't either. She said, okay, then it seems it's not legit. I said, were they asking you for money? She goes, no. They were saying to go out and buy a gas mask because within the next 48 hours, some red coat event will happen that could wipe out 9 out of 10 Americans. I usually don't pay attention to this kind of weirdness, but with all these crazy drones flying around, it's a little spooky. Then my older brother finally chimes in and goes, Mom, I love you. We're not there yet. Smiley face. And she goes, I love you too, honey. What size gas mask do you want?
Your mom. I love it.
So then Elliot and I are like talking about that and we're laughing. And then that night, both high, checking Reddit about drones. And someone posts a video on Reddit going, in central Jersey, the drones are now dropping gas, what looks like a gaseous
Are you
substance.
serious?
And it's a fake video. It's
okay,
not real.
Thank God.
But in our high brains, I was like, Elliot, they are dropping gas on New Jersey. My mom maybe should get the gas mask. I was like, what is going on? It is, but I talked to them yesterday and they were like, my mom honestly surprised me. She was like, I can't really be emotionally invested in that because I'll never know what's actually happening.
Good for her.
I was like, what a profoundly healthy, mature response to what could cause people to freak out in their whole worldview of things.
Now, let me ask you this. If you get there, are you going to go looking for drones?
Oh, Elliot's got eyes on the skies, baby.
Elliot is in deep with anything spaceship.
He's into that UAP community.
Say what it means.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Okay, for the casual listener who isn't on UFO Reddit.
UFO is not the correct terminology.
Is it offensive?
It's just, I guess, not entirely accurate. But he's got eyes on the skies in LA because there's been some, reported sightings. I don't know how legit they are.
Okay.
And yeah, really, he's hoping to see something in Jersey. So
there we go.
It'll be a very layered and interesting Jersey Christmas.
There we go.
Year.
I love it.
Let's be honest, what most people really want for the holidays is to see their favorite people more often. That's why this year, the best gift that you can give, besides buying plane tickets, is an Aura digital picture frame. It's named the #1 digital photo frame by Wirecutter. Aura frames are incredibly smart and easy to use, allowing you to upload unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. Plus, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app, so it's ready to go right out of the box, which is exactly what we are doing for Elliot's parents, my in-laws, this Christmas. Do not tell them if you know them, okay? They are getting a preloaded Aura frame. It is the best gift for family members. It is so sentimental, it is so efficient, it is so sleek. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using the promo code TMGW at checkout. That's Aura, AURA frames.com, promo code TMGW. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. I cannot emphasize enough that this is such a banger of a family gift if you are last minute shopping. auraframes.com, promo code TMGW.
What's that saying? Teach a man to fish and he can eat a lot of fish, or just give him a fish and he'll be hungry for a day. I'm not sure. I wish they had a masterclass on these type of sayings, because masterclass, let me tell you, is the gift that keeps on giving. It is a gift that's always on time and lasts a lifetime. You can't do better than masterclass. If your loved ones love to learn from the best to become their best, give them the masterclass. I'm telling you, the amount of courses they have available to you, it's 200 plus, is why Wirecutter calls it an invaluable gift. Give the gift of learning. Do you know like how awesome the classes they have are? You can use improv to overcome fears with Amy Poehler, craft a stand-up set with Judd Apatow. A new one is scripting your success with Mindy Kaling. They've got a class with Issa Rae. Yes, I am saying masterclasses that are on my list specifically to take next year, but they have classes for any possible thing you want to be better at to master. And the classes really make a difference. 88% of members feel that Masterclass has a positive impact on their lives. And here's another great thing. If you forgot to do shopping, it can go right to their inbox, baby. You don't have to wait for anything to come in the mail. You don't have to battle the crowds. Masterclass is, honestly, it's a masterclass in gift giving. So if you would like to give it a shot, and I'm sure you do, Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. So head over to masterclass.com/weird for the current offer. That's up to 50% off at masterclass.com/weird. Masterclass.com/weird. And guess what? There's no risk. Every new membership comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So give your loved ones a year of learning with Masterclass. Let's talk about something that's hella important.
Okay.
The Survivor finale will come out when this is posted.
Yeah.
Okay? It's tomorrow night. This goes out tomorrow. This is going to be huge. I've already asked if you and Elliot want to come over for Operation Italy.
We would like to, yes.
Which is just let's eat a bunch of Italian food and watch the finale.
Absolutely.
I'm as excited about that. I'm as excited about the possibility of stuffed shells as I am.
Yeah, honestly. I'm there for the pasta first and the drama second. We've held off on really talking about this whole season.
Right, because we were doing This Might Get Real and then no one would pay us for it.
But also... also, every time we talked about Survivor, we seemed to misspeak in little ways that really pissed people off.
Right.
Because this is a very precious program to a lot of people.
It is, but everyone relax. Like, people came for our throats
because we say things wrong about everything all the time.
Yeah. I'm sure I've offended 19 people today. Okay. But the Survivor finale is tomorrow. And I will say it took me a minute to warm up to this season.
Yeah. Same.
And now I really love it.
Oh, same. I'm in deep now. Last week I watched the episode by myself because Elliot was out with a friend, and I was just on my couch going, this is incredible.
It's good gameplay.
Wow.
It's really fantastic. I'll tell you what. First of all, this is the first season that Chip and I have watched the whole thing together.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Because we were like zooming. It was all weird hours of the day. We were FaceTiming, live texting.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to watch it with him. And then also the thing I will say is we hadn't done this in a minute, but this past weekend we had nothing to watch. And we were like, do we want to go watch an old season? And just kind of like, because we were doing that too hardcore and we were like getting seasons mixed up.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's watch it. So we were watching like season 21 or something. And it's interesting because it really shows the nuance of now Survivor players. And like, there were people on that beach just being like, I found an idol, everybody.
Yeah,
it was like,
openly telling
I was shook.
Yeah.
Like, there was no long game thinking.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was very, this is season 21, real fucked up in the amount of time. Like, literally, there was a ceremony and this guy who's total misogynist was speaking to another guy and he's like, well, I would just want to say, can we just get this over with? Are you gay?
I remember that. I remember.
Shook.
Yeah. That is, but also, they say Survivor's a microcosm of the macrocosm, that at that time period, there was that kind of like homophobic misogyny.
It was
present.
crazy. He was like, he goes, no, I'm not. I'm like the biggest bachelor in New York. He goes, yeah, New York, where there's a lot more gays. We don't have any in Mississippi. I was like, yeah, you do, bud.
Yeah,
you do. And it's taken everything in my soul not to Google him to see if he's out yet. To see if the guy who is like a homophobe is actually out with like a husband. Anyway, but comparing it in like real time to an old season, I'm like, the moves people are making are so smart. I'm obviously team Rachel.
Oh God, her game. If she doesn't win, which that's the interesting thing about this new era, it seems, and this is a very, you could say, uneducated, unqualified opinion on the world of Survivor.
Don't already be apologizing like you said to me.
I'm okay. Yes, true. Okay, so from my point of view, it feels like people target very quickly the smartest, most clever, strategic, quiet, interesting, whatever players. And Rachel is one of those.
Yes.
And she's been playing this game masterfully. And if she does get targeted, it's just, I think, like par for the course of, where everyone, obviously she is the front runner, right?
Yes. If she does not win immunity,
you can't say that she didn't have the best game. Yeah.
No, if she does not win immunity, she's only going to the final if she makes fire.
Right. And the coolest thing will be if she does make fire, then she's going to be like one of the greatest players to have ever existed in this game.
You know when I fell in love with her?
Yeah.
When they were doing a challenge and there was prop rice.
Yes.
And she filled her pockets with the rice. And the second I saw her secretly filling her pockets with the rice from the challenge, I was like, that's exactly what I would do.
I loved her on the first night when Andy pulled her up from sleeping and she was like, we cannot do this.
Yes.
We can't. People know that you and I are now talking to each other, but she was still trying to be nice. I was like, I like that girl.
Andy.
But she's only gotten more and more and more clever. And she's like a challenge champion. Like she's incredibly athletic and really, a powerhouse there. So it's very interesting. Andy made a good run though, I will say.
Andy was the guy, he defied logic and how he stayed in that game that long. Like, I remember us talking about the premiere episode, and I was like, I can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is a quiet genius,
right,
or if he absolutely just got lucky because he flipped all the time. All I will say is that he is so lucky he like looks friendly.
Yeah, that he's got like a warm smile.
No, he's got like a nice clean cut smile and like eyes and like good hair.
Yeah.
Because if someone had been playing his moves who was not cute, they would have.
Well, also,
he played the dumb cute card.
It really comes down to the way that how the editors decide to champion or not champion these people, because they gave him quirky edits of him doing like a makeover where he took his hair down. So they really like endeared him to an audience. That they didn't do that with Sue. They gave her the Karen edit of her hating on Kyle.
I know.
Over and over and over again. And I love that the internet is like, why?
Why do you hate Kyle so much?
And why is your face covered in dirt all the time, even after a water challenge?
Here's the thing. I think the only logical explanation is that she heard Kyle say she's older than she says.
People are suspecting that she's been contouring with dirt.
No, she said that online.
She confirmed it?
She confirmed.
Okay.
I think she's joking around. I think, if I'm being honest, I think she got caught with the red paint on her hands when she found that idol.
Yeah.
And from then on, she wanted to look like, I'm just a sloppy, messy girl.
Well, I think, continued to dig for idols every day to give the illusion that she didn't already have one.
That's very true. I am just so excited.
Yeah.
Here's what I think.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
Okay. I think if Sam wins the immunity challenge, he would take Sue with him. Because I don't think she's going to win. Or no, maybe Teeny. Take Teeny. I think he'd take Teeny because Teeny's made no moves. Yeah. And then Sue and Rachel would make fire.
Here's what Teeny is so funny to me. I mean, Teeny, 23-year-old Teeny, really showing her 23. And I don't like to criticize people's age too much.
Let them have it. Let them have it.
The young generation continues to educate me. Yeah. But I will say that Teeny does represent like how I would play the game, I think. I would fall for every single thing every person told me. Yeah. And if anyone smiled at me nicely, I'd be like, I trust them wholeheartedly. Yeah. And I would, like Teeny being consistently wrong every single time. She even on Genevieve's vote out, voted wrong.
Because here's the thing. I think Teeny wants everyone... I don't know. Maybe she just like wants to be the you know those people who like can't keep a secret and it's because they like really delight in like letting someone know. Yes. I feel like that was Teeny. She could not keep a secret to save her life.
Yeah, and she got wine drunk and revealed everything. I also think she had major heart eyes for Genevieve, and so there was Genevieve seems very convincing.
I can't wait to see what Teeny wears outside of patchwork jeans.
That's my favorite part of the show is seeing
what's your personal style.
Yeah, I wish we got the full behind the scenes at the Ponderosa of the combos and the way that they give themselves. I haven't seen that there's been videos of people like seeing themselves in a mirror for the first time after like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. And how skinny you've gotten.
Yeah, or like how dirty they feel. Like, yeah, it's pretty wild.
Sue would do a jump scare.
Have we talked about Saul's vest?
We have.
Yeah, because that was wow. Yeah. Talk about an entrance.
Very invested.
I love it. They must coach them too, that when they come in as a jury member for the first time,
mean face.
They're not allowed to smile.
I'm sure there are people who come in mean face and then like laugh or something, and then they just edit it out. It's got to be serious all the time.
I'm interested to see what happens. I do think obviously it's between
Sam and Rachel.
Sam, that's his name. Sam and Rachel. Yeah.
It's Rachel's to lose.
Also, God, I love Caroline so much that she's just like, fuck yeah, about good moves. Because you always worry at this point about a bitter jury making a decision that feels like, oh, they're just making it because they're angry that this person got them. Yeah, you've seen
a jury before where you go, you want to be up there so bad that you can't even give any props where they're due.
Yeah, that at least I feel confident that someone like Caroline, who truly is rooting for everyone that's doing cool things in the game, to make like an unbiased decision.
Hold on.
Well, she's got Sue.
That's true. When we did our pasta episode countdown, what did you say was your number one pasta?
Oh, I don't. Maybe just
this pertains to Operation Italy.
I think maybe I just said straight up spaghetti and meatballs.
Straight up spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, that was maybe. I'd have to go back and see, but that to me is like the most consistently desired pasta dish.
Do you want to know what I made last night?
What?
That I loved.
Okay,
let me tell you this real quick.
You can take your time. I got nowhere to be right now.
Listen. Okay, so there is a place in LA that is delicious called Pija Palace. Mm-hmm. And it's like an Indian sports bar.
Okay.
But what they do is they take Indian flavors and put it into like more sports bar food. Okay. So they'll do like, like the green chutney from Indian food as like the pizza. As like a pizza
sauce?
Base.
Yeah.
Or like they have like tiki masala pasta.
Oh, that's fun.
Or, all these kinds of things. It's delicious, but it's like hard to go to, and sometimes you want to, and it's one of those things too. I don't know if you've noticed. Sometimes if you go on an Uber Eats or a Postmates and look at the menu, you're like, everything here is $5 more than it is there.
Yeah. 100%.
Where you go, wait a second.
That's it. We've stopped like ordering food.
We've gotten better.
Yeah.
I'll say that. We've gotten better. But so yesterday I was like, man, I really just want that tiki masala dish. Yeah. So delicious. So what I did is I swung by our Indian restaurant that we ordered takeout from.
Yeah.
Just got a thing of masala sauce to go.
Genius.
Came home last night, made pasta, put some peas in there.
Peas and pasta?
Peas and pasta? Nothing better.
Maybe that's going to be on my resolutions for 2025. More peas and pasta. That little pop of a pea.
Pop of a pea. Oh. It's a textural as well as a vegetal element.
Exactly.
That really elevates it.
A little bit of green.
I always love a pea and a pasta. But so I came home, I made little radiatoris or whatever they're called, little radiator pastas, corkscrew things, and peas and the masala topped with a bunch of Parmesan. Hit it with a little red pepper flake.
Damn.
Some roasted veg on the side.
Damn. So you're doing pasta all week.
Listen.
It's the end of 2020. You got your green juice.
I got a green juice. It was protein pasta.
Yeah, I love that. I don't care if that's fake. I'll take it.
I don't care. It was the same exact calories, but they said those low peanut peas gave me some protein. So yeah, guys, I'm telling you, next time you order Indian food, get a quart or whatever it is on the side of masala sauce, put it in your freezer and use it as a pasta sauce.
So good.
The little cilantro on top.
Great idea. Excellent.
I mean, I'm getting horny.
I mean, this is why you need your Substack of food stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. Wow.
Another little hack.
Yeah.
If you will. I saw recently we had an episode about how you and I we upgraded. And by that, I mean, we just got new $20 hair dryers.
Yes. Wow. It has made a huge difference.
Huge difference in my world and my life. Someone commented under our YouTube video and just says, you're supposed to twist off and clean the filter.
I bet you are.
I didn't know you could even do that.
You're supposed to do that with a lot of devices in your house.
A lot of filters.
There's like, I started following this guy that operates as like, this like everyday handyman. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like this dad figure on Instagram that just like shows you stuff around the house and how to fix it and like things that you should be like considering.
I should follow that, but I also think it would horrify me.
Yeah, well, it just is like, wow, there's so many things in a house.
Well, I also saw online, they were like, here's your reminder that you're supposed to clean like essentially the dryer vent that like leaves the house vent once a year.
Yeah.
What?
We learned that you're supposed to put a bag on the outside of it to collect all the dust that for ours that like goes off into our backyard. Yeah. I know. Had no idea because it could start a fire very quickly.
Could.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Damn.
It's good to know these things.
Hey, end of the year, clean it.
Yeah. I was gonna say one of the things that I saw this week online that was really fun to see. Have you heard of fart walks?
I mean, after you eat a meal and you go take a walk and fart it all out?
Yeah, this is NPR was posting about NPR. National Public Radio.
National Putin Radio.
Yeah.
Poots. Not Putin.
No, it's like
I know, just boots.
Talking about fart walks and the importance of, walking or moving after a meal, and that the internet has obviously interneted these digestive kind of things into fart walks. And I was like, that is actually an excellent thing to consider.
You know what, though? You're going to have dinner early Because you shouldn't be walking out alone at night.
I know. Isn't
so that's
it crazy?
the thing. Is that's another male privilege. It's because they could have a fart walk and not feel like it's going to be a murder walk.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that they don't have to walk with their keys between their fingers.
Because the thing is, I ate a ton of creamy masala pasta last night.
Yeah.
Immediately got on the couch and didn't move for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't.
The idea of a fart walk, excellent idea. The execution of a fart walk, we'll see.
Could be a reason for me to get a walking pad. I've toyed with that idea.
Just like a small thing in your house?
Yeah. That's not the full treadmill. It's just to casually walk, while watching TV.
I mean, get more stuff.
Listen, the only stuff I'm going to get is self-improvement stuff. No, there's this girl on the TikTok.
Yeah.
Who she calls it cozy cardio.
Oh.
And what she does, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's a very soothing channel. There's not a lot of variety.
Okay.
But I watch it. What she does is she gets up and she'll say it's 6 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
She makes some type of delicious a million things coffee. We'll be and here's my blah, blah, blah sugar-free syrup. And I'm going to add this and the cold brew and a little
and the
splash.
ashwagandha. And
Well, no, it's more and the coffee mate. Themed, like a gingerbread, whatever.
Gotcha. Like a Starbucks drink, but at home.
But at home,
Yeah.
right? Then she sets the lights in her room or in her living room, like purple lights, fairy lights, like you and I were talking about, Christmas lights.
Yeah. The dopamine lighting is truly, it makes a difference.
It's chromotherapy.
Yeah,
it's color therapy. So she sets her lights, she makes her coffee, she finds something to watch, and then she literally just walks casually on her walking pad and will watch an episode or a movie, and then she'll be now it's 7:30, I've already walked 5 miles, and now I'm starting my day. And she calls it cozy cardio, and sometimes she'll smoke a little weed. Now you're in.
Now I'm all in. I was in. Now I'm all in.
She's and then I did a little gardening. I turned on Elf, and now I'm just going to walk and watch a movie while I start my day. And I was that's great.
She's figured it out.
She really did.
That is true balance. That is soft productivity. I love that. I think that is so excellent.
It's it's bringing in a good habit, but exactly how you want to.
Yeah, modifying it to your delights. That's but one of the things that I want, we were talking about this on our Patreon live stream a little bit, moving into 2025, is that I really want to continue to work on my routines and but in a way that's that, where, routines are so I'll avoid trying to do them because they seem so rigid and structured, but it's when you modify them to the uniqueness that appeals to you, then obviously they're much easier to do. And you're not even thinking about the fact that you're doing part of your routine.
That's what I'm saying. Or the little delights of it all. If that was no, on Fridays I get up really early and I watch a movie and I get a little high and I walk 5 miles before I start my day.
Yeah.
That's great. It's remember when I did that hot dog walk? I'm going to do more hot dog walks. I found multiple places that have a hot dog I want.
Well, I think hot dog walks literally are great. And as a metaphor for discovering a destination that appeals to you is really important and exciting.
Let's incorporate more fun, silly, but still with a backbone of productive or good for you activities next year.
Quirky productivity.
Yeah.
I'm all into that.
Okay, I like that.
That's a much more appealing way to get into productivity, and very different than, the hustle culture that we've all grown out of for the last few years.
Oh my God, Chip. When he hears this right now, he's going to go, ugh, rise and grind. He hates that term and that philosophy. Because, his schedule's been crazy different than a normal person's the last 8 years. But he's always just ugh, rise and grind culture. He's sleep in, relax.
Also, this is going to be a wacky few years ahead. So if we can take the things that we can control in our lives, if we can take them and make them sweet for our souls, then I think that's where we should focus our attention.
I agree. And here's what I'd like to do to round out the last pod of 2024. What are your predictions with the astrology?
Oh, I haven't looked into the new year. I was actually going to ask you, do you know you don't know your birth time, right?
What's so weird is literally before I went to sleep last night, I was I need to ask my mom again what time I was born.
Because I'd be so interested to know your
what's rising,
your birth chart. Well, there's also, I saw this thing on, everyone's got a lot of opinions about ChatGPT and using it or not using it. That aside,
here's the thing. I just worried because they say it's bad for the environment.
Yeah, I mean that too. I haven't looked into exactly how, but so that is something that I know is part of the ChatGPT conversation. That aside, I did see someone on TikTok say that they put their birth chart into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT gave them this really interesting understanding of it. But then they started asking, like, what are my best years and what were my most challenging years?
And they got it right.
And I was doing that for mine, and it really, like, it was giving me like 2017 was a really difficult year for X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh my God, that was. So I'd be very curious to put yours in and to see, you know, especially in this upcoming year. That's what I was going to do later today, actually.
Wait, so did they say, like, what, do they give any advice for the next year?
Like, it depends
what
on
did the robot say?
How you ask, because you can be like, what sort of, you know, things should I be focusing my attention on in the next year? Or what are my biggest challenges coming up in the next year? What are the biggest rewards you could see for me in the next year? Like, you can ask as many specific and detailed questions about it. And I was just like, whoa, I've never thought to use ChatGPT that way. And Elliot did his too. And he was like, well, it was pretty spot on in a lot of ways.
Whoa.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. So I don't know astrologically what's going on other than, you know, all the astro girlies have been saying that, well, Pluto entered Aquarius 2 weeks ago.
It's our French Revolution.
And yeah, last time that happened was during the French and the American Revolutions. So that'll keep eyes on that space, I guess, to see what happens.
See if I go to Hawaii for one night and if the country goes into a full revolution.
But I do want to say thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God, here comes the sincerity part.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the last episode of the year.
Yeah.
And this has been a very crazy year. And definitely for me has been a year of like trying to figure out, you know, myself post breast cancer. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been listening and watching this podcast, because it has been like such a source of joy and something to look forward to for myself every week. And you guys, you know, we did these shows and we got to meet a lot of you, and just to hear like how much you guys enjoy it has been just like really just encouraging in a way that I think is really important.
Yeah, we've got the nicest listeners out there.
Yeah.
Also, I love, because we've been having a problem with equipment.
Yeah.
I loved watching you check to make sure we were still recording before you went into the sincere part.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to redo
I'm not gonna
this.
take two.
I'm not going to do this again. I simply will not do this again. You get one sincere take out of me.
Oh, well, sincerely, thanks for listening, guys. We'll be excited to come back. I'm legitimately scared about how much we're going to have to talk about when we get back.
I know. Honestly, you have to document your potential one night in Hawaii.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Can't wait.
And now that we've started doing previews of something to look forward to on the next episode, I accidentally fell into a hole, if you will, of a place that's the reviews of a place that sells sex dolls.
Whoa, okay.
I got some screen grabs.
Okay.
So if you're not looking forward to the holidays, look forward to my reviews of Gretchen the sex doll in Glendale, California.
Okay.
All right.
Much to look forward to in 2025.
Blessings on blessings. This got weird.
Yep.